Robin is a jewel. I call him a person who lives in the realm of the heart. Genuinely lives in the realm of the heart. And so is Margaret.
Margaret is a big bet.
Terrific couple. And they complement each other so well. Their commitment is so serious to the issues that they're contemplating and they're addressing. And when people live in the realm of the heart, it's very easy to draw a lot of support and a lot of power from the heavenly realms, in whether they move to the left or to the right, whether they move to the front, to the back, to the upper and lower. There is always that realm of spiritual heavenly power helping them. And some of you who are, I can see some religious leaders, it's an honor for me to address you. You know what I'm talking about. That when we live in the realm of the heart, first of all, what I'm talking right now is not my topic, but I feel that I have to honor this splendid couple. When people live in the realm of the heart, they are above the law, not because they violate the law, but because heart and love is above the law. And today, we see the foreign policy of the superpowers, beginning of course with the US, going to a process of denial of the foundations of the values that led those nations in the past to deal with adversaries. The idea that you have to agree with me, you have to be with me in order for me to have some form of give and take with you, to have some form of dialogue with you. Unless there is a supreme interest, then they overlook the adversarial point of view or the adversarial relations that they have. But there are nations that have, they could have great things for the US, great things for Great Britain, for the United Kingdom, great things for Germany, and great things for Japan and all these countries, even though they are in an adversarial relation. In other words, they don't look each other eye to eye. From a religious perspective, from a political perspective, from an economic or financial perspective, from a social, from many, many issues, from the human rights perspective. So the idea to use the adversarial position that a country or a person, a leader of a nation, to have and to move the line of adversarial relations into enemy relations is very toxic for foreign policy. And it creates a situation in which is very difficult to get out. I'll give you a few examples of how this works. I've been following Father Moon since I was very young. I was once very young. You have to forgive me for being so casual, but I've been sightseeing. I was sightseeing all day with my wife. My wife, Kyoko, in the back.
Keiko, please stand up.
She is originally from Japan, and she has been my supporter, and we bring a unity of East and West and North and South, because she's from the most northern part of Japan. I am from Colombia, South America. Our kind of place of unity has been the United States. We communicated from the very beginning in English. And so we've been together for more than 30 years. We have very accomplished children. We're very happy for that. But I've been following Father Moon since I was young, and I was very blessed because without being trained academically in a major academic institution, I was able to dig in deeply into the meaning of Father Moon's philosophy of peace, his aims for one family under God, whatever the concepts of God are all over the world, to create one family. And my aim was how to how to bring these ideas to the minds and to the policymakers, the advisors, those who create doctrine and policies in countries around the world. And Reverend Moon was so amazing that he trusted me and gave me the means to go all over the world, in many cases as his special envoy, special ambassador. And the reason I say that when you dwell in the realm of the heart, in deep love for the God, whatever you think God is, or if you don't believe in God,
we all believe in God.
If you don't believe in God, then to think of this love, because we cannot live without love. Love is the essence of everything.
Yes.
When my son told me that he didn't believe in God when he was 16 because he read books that messed up all his training within a strong belief in God, I told him, son, don't worry about not believing in God, because God is too big for you at the age of 16 and all the worries you have. And he said, what should I do then? And he says, focus on love. And if you focus on love, particularly the principle of living for the sake of others, the respect of others, based on love, love of humanity, love of the human element within the other person, you will find God in your heart. You will find God. So, Reverend Moon trusts me with this mission, and one of the things he told me was, when you go to meet with a leader, treat him with the respect and the dignity that he may not deserve. That in your bias towards him, because of violation of human rights towards his people, because he's a crook and steals the national treasure, it's not your mission to bring the hard air of judgment towards that person, because that person will perceive your energy of judgment, even though you may be very pleasantly, hello, something, Your Excellency. The energy that you're projecting is the energy of judgment and rejection. So you have to be very disciplined and dwell in that realm of the heart, in which you see no evil in that person, even though you are in the presence of the demon, of Satan himself. But Satan himself needs respect. It's the only way to deal with an evil power. Because even the evil thinks they're good. Have you ever met somebody who's evil and think that they're evil? Have you seen a woman who's a terrible troublemaker, who knows she's evil?
Donald Trump.
You think if you ask him, are you evil?
No, he says,
he will twist it. He will twist that with you. So, he sent me to many, some who hated him and hated the Unification Church and hated the Moonies. So to find out that the person who was there waiting to be received they were intrigued. Why is especially a boy of coming to meet with me? So many times, 5 minutes before the meeting, I had no idea what I was going to say. But I was deeply in meditation and deeply in prayer. And I would pray to Almighty God, you speak to me. I have no idea what this man needs, what this country needs. But I know that the philosophy of peace of Reverend Moon, just to make them in contact with Father Moon, will benefit their minds, will benefit their hearts. So Interestingly, I met with many, many world leaders from all of Latin America, from Russia, from China, from
Don't forget Korea.
North Korea, South Korea, from everywhere. And it was a miracle because they would give it just 5 minutes. And many times the leader received me against the advice and the will of the secretary, who was a terrible person. But she never knew from me, neither verbally nor energy-wise. I treat them very well. I brought nice gifts that Father gave to them. And that, in a sense, that's the trick. When you give something, you know, as a sign of respect and heart, and you know, they appreciate that. And the president, who initially would only just shake the hand, and I was not interested in shaking the hand of the president, and just to show everyone, look, I mean, with this, I was not into that. I was interested in making an inroad with the ideas of Father Moon for world peace into this leader. And I did it. And I found myself 1 hour talking to the president of Argentina, you know, to the prime minister of the president of Portugal, you know, the prime minister of Egypt. Very, very strange, because I had no curriculum behind. I only had words and some form of, you may call it charisma, or you may call it some kind of energy, nice, positive, nothing else. And yet the president will remind me, and he says, anytime you come, please come and see me. And twice the president of, when the president of Peru, who was a very famous statesman in Latin America, his name was Terry. Twice he went to the airport to pick me up at the tarmac, waited for me on the plane with his wife. And me, you know, just enjoy it right now. Because I believe in this realm of the heart, which means respect, a genuine respect, give the genuine dignity to the adversary, so you may turn the adversary into a friend. Or if not a friend, someone that you can negotiate with and make it a partner for peace.